Welcome to another edition of Small Talk for You. This morning I wanted to talk about Pragmas in VisualWorks, specifically the Pragmas that extend menus. And the reason I want to talk about this is that if you try to extend menus that a lot of people are going to try to extend, in particular in the launcher or any other system tool that ships with the product, you'll get into this last person the version gets to win. And that's probably not what you want. You want everybody to be able to freely extend these menus for whatever tools they're adding and not run into each other. So if you go and look at one of the methods, and this is one I've added to the launcher for bottom feeder, you have a menu item, and this is the way the Pragmas begin with the angle bracket. So you've got the name, and then a name key, that's for the situation where you want to find it later. The menu you're extending, and of course if you have pull rights, you can extend this as far across as you want. So this tells me I want to add it to the menu bar, the tools submenu, at position 30.2. Now what does that mean? Well, tools. Notice this is .1 and this is .2. If I go across to this other thing here, open blog tool, this is very similar, but it says 30.1, and you see I'm able to control exactly where they end up, what position they end up in the grander scheme of the menu, and what position they end up relative to each other. So if you're adding multiple menu items yourself, you can control the position, or at least their relative position relative to other things that get added later. So you may not get exact, but you're going to get pretty close to what you want. And this is a very nice thing because it means that anybody going in to extend the menus gets to do it themselves and not worry about other people who might come along and try to extend the same menu. So if you're adding especially something to system tools, this is a useful feature to have. Now, if you want to find out all the ins and outs of things you can do with this, go into something like this, debugger processor, debugger support, menus PDP here, and look at all these things. Now, here I seem to have lost my source files, but you can see what's going on here. You can see you can add an icon to this, you have a name key, you can stretch the menu out to the pull rights, and you have positioning. So you have all these things you can do, and then underneath you just put the code that you want to execute when the thing runs. And that's really all there is to it. So, that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever small talk you're using.